Well, greetings NASCAR enjoyers and welcome back to Kansas everyone. This track is known to produce some insane finishes, especially the Kyle Larson finish in 2024 where he barely managed to beat Chris Buescher. And Cole Custer has a power steering issue. Dang it! But anyways, this year's O'Reilly Series Spring Race at Kansas begins with William Byron taking the lead. Wait, what's he doing in this race? Until he lost it to Corey Day. Carson Quapple has a flip. The caution just came out. Oh no. It's a terrifying flip. Holy crapper. There is a flip at Kansas, and it's not even a next-gen car. You see, this is not a next-gen problem. It's a problem across the board. Yeah, it just goes to show you should never single out the next-gen car for stuff like blowovers and stuff. And the race gets red flagged already. But anyways, the race restarts with Corey Day and Justin Allgaier battling for the lead. Allgaier is right on Corey Day's tail. Justin Allgaier and Corey Day continue to go at it. And the competition caution came out as qualifying was cancelled due to inclement weather. But anyways, several drivers come down to pit road and Brandon Jones wins the race off pit road. Roger Carruth gets penalized for going over to the wall too soon. Dang it! But anyways, the race restarts with Brandon Jones and Taylor Gray battling for the lead. And another caution just came out right when it cuts to commercial. I hate it when that happens. Austin Hill got involved with William Sawalich while they were battling for position. Pit road is now open and several drivers take the risk to flip the stage. Yet, the top 5 drivers stay out. The race restarts with Brandon Jones and Taylor Gray continuing to battle for the lead. Brandon Jones manages to pull away from Gray. Allgaier and Day battle for second, and just like that, Brandon Jones wins stage number 1 of the 2026 O'Reilly Series Spring Race at Kansas. But anyways, pit road is now open and several drivers come down to pit road during the stage caution. Jesse Love wins the race off pit road. Ah crap, not again. The second stage begins with Anthony Alfredo and Jeb Burton battling for the lead. Holy crapper! William Byron just jumped up to second and Brandon Jones is back in the lead. And the caution just came out. Anthony Alfredo gets into the wall and then Austin Green has an engine failure. A few drivers come down to pit road during this caution. The race restarts with Jesse Love and Brandon Jones battling for the lead. Jesse starts to fall back. Corey Day and Sammy Smith battle for 5th, and he wasn't able to get past him. They start to fall back. Brent Cruz and Ryan Sieg battle for position. Brent Cruz and Ryan Sieg battle for 9th. Day clips the wall and falls back while attempting to get past Allgaier. Allgaier manages to get past Corey Day, and he's now in 6th. Holy crapper! Sheldon Creed has gone past William Byron for 2nd. Jesse Love also got past William Byron. Brandon Jones might have a water temp issue, and it's the first time I've heard of one being present in any NASCAR series. And just like that, Brandon Jones does a stage sweep that's despite his potential water temp issues. But anyways, our next race off pit road begins, and this time, Brandon Jones wins the race off pit road. And a few drivers get penalties handed down to them. Dang it, another one? Yeah, like you might as well do a drinking game for how many pit road penalties get handed to NASCAR drivers, because it is an epidemic. Too many pit road penalties to count. The third and final stage begins with intense battle for the lead, and Sheldon Creed takes the lead. Holy crapper, this could be it! Sammy Smith and Corey Day get into each other, and the caution just came out. Ryan Sieg also got involved. The race restarts with Sheldon Creed being pushed to the lead by Taylor Gray. Taylor Gray is now in 2nd, and it's right on Sheldon Creed's tail. Cruz got past Jesse Love for 5th. Justin Allgaier gets past Brandon Jones, he's now in 3rd. But Brandon Jones is not slowing down as he tries to get 3rd back from Justin Allgaier. Brandon Jones gets 3rd back from Justin Allgaier. Day and Byron battle for 7th. Corey Day gets past Byron for 7th even after sliding a bit. Kyle Sieg runs out of fuel and comes down to pit road. Again, Taylor Gray is next to come down to pit road. Jesse Love is next to come down to pit road. After that, Justin Allgaier also makes his pit stop. Brandon Jones and Sheldon Creed are next to come down to pit road. Corey Day is now in the lead. Corey Day makes his pit stop and gives up the race lead to Ryan Sieg. And Brandon Jones gets penalized for an uncontrolled tire stop. Dang it. And Ryan Sieg loses control on pit road, but no caution is thrown. Taylor Gray's lead gap starts to shrink. Brent Cruz gets past William Byron and he's now in 5th. Hold up, Byron's trying to get 5th back. Even with his best efforts, Cruz hangs on to 5th. Taylor Gray gets caught in the lap traffic with 8 to go. The lead has shrunk down to half a second. Here we go. It's a battle for the lead. It's now or never. And Sheldon Creed tried his best, but he still wasn't able to pass Taylor Gray. I really want Sheldon Creed to win. I mean, come on. Sheldon Creed is always a guy who I'm rooting for. But still, the race is fun to watch in my opinion, and it did have some good moments. I don't know about you guys, but I've been hearing talk that the O'Reilly Series races are better than the Cup Series races, but I'm a bit biased. I like the next-gen car. The next-gen car is really cool, and intermediates are usually where it's at with the next-gen car. It's best on intermediates. It's best suited on intermediates. With short tracks, it doesn't do well there. But intermediates, hell yeah. So it gets an 8 out of 10. I expect the Cup Series race to be even crazier, as it was known to have one of the craziest finishes in NASCAR history, and it proves that the next gen always excels on intermediates. At least Sheldon Creed gets the Dash for Cash bonus. But anyways, it is time to sign off. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, then you know what to do. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell just in case I already done so. Catch you guys next time, and peace out. Greetings, NASCAR enjoyers, and welcome back to Kansas, everyone. I'm hoping we have a crazy race today. I mean, Kansas is one of the best tracks for the next-gen car. Yeah, the NASCAR next-gen car was made to excel on high-speed, high-banking tracks like Kansas. So it works wonders for the next-gen car. Short tracks, well, not so much. Even with the increase in horsepower, the next-gen car just doesn't really work on short tracks, but short tracks weren't really my thing, though. Intermediate racing is where it's at, man. But anyways, the 2026 Advent Health 400 begins with Reddick and his boss battling for the lead, while his boss being Denny Hamlin. The battle for the lead gets intense as contact ensues. Even Briscoe joins the chat as he's in third. Meanwhile, a battle in the back ensues, and Austin Dillon and Eric Jones battle for position. Denny Hamlin got past Reddick, and he now has a 1.2 second lead gap. Suarez and Keselowski battle for 16th. Lap traffic becomes a factor, and Hamlin puts Kyle Busch and Zane Smith a lap down. A few drivers come down to pit road early in the race itself. More drivers then come down to pit road. Kyle Larson and Gibbs are next to come down to pit road. And yep, you guessed it, Reddick then joins in. A lap later, Hamlin comes down to pit road and gives up the lead to Hocevar. Ryan Blaney comes down to pit road, and next to join is AJ Allmendinger. Ah crap, not again. Ryan Blaney has more issues on pit road, and he just got involved with AJ Allmendinger. Ryan Blaney just can't catch a break when it comes to pit stops. And Carson Hocevar's pit gun breaks during his pit stop. Dang it. Riley Herbst almost wrecked out Corey Heim when Corey Heim held him off. AJ Allmendinger gets past Herbst. Hamlin laps Kyle Busch again, and keep in mind, this is after he said he'll make Denny Hamlin's life a living hell. Yep, he actually said it because Denny Hamlin criticized about Kyle Busch's appearance when asked about it, but Kyle Busch, yeah, he's not one to mess with. Yeah, if you try to make him mad, he has a temper. I mean, come on, he's a Busch. He's a Busch bro. Kurt Busch is known to have a fiery temper as well, and that's probably why he was looked at as a villain. Because, yeah, he's a bit of a hothead. Kyle Busch is also a bit of a hothead. Both Busch brothers are hotheads. Logano holds off Hamlin as trying his best Mazepin impression to fight to stay on the lead lap. Zane Smith gets past Logano, meaning that he's no longer in contention for the free pass spot. Even McDowell tried to hold him off. Denny Hamlin wins the first stage of the 2026 Advent Health 400 even after Todd Gilliland unlaps himself. But anyways, pit road is open and several drivers pit in under the stage caution. Hamlin wins the race off pit road. We also get another tribute to a person who passed away during this weekend. It's Lee White. It's Lee White, man. It's Lee White. It's like there's nothing but sadness this week. First, someone gets killed in the Nürburgring 24-hour qualifier, and then this happened. Rest in peace, Lee White. You will be remembered for getting Toyota into NASCAR along with Bill Davis. Yeah, and I think Bill Davis should also be remembered for getting Toyota into NASCAR, because he was the guy who got Toyota into the NASCAR Truck Series and had this whole lawsuit thing with Chrysler. But anyways, Ryan Blaney also gets penalized for having too many men over the wall just so we can make the repairs to the splitter. Oh, come on, NASCAR staff. You could have given him an exception. I mean, he needs to have more men over the wall to make the repairs. You could have given him an exception to that rule, but no. You had to hand the penalty anyways. The second stage begins with Hamlin and Larson battling for the lead. Reddick pushes Hamlin to the lead. Ah, crap. Kyle Larson took the lead, and then out of nowhere, Chase Elliott takes second. Wait, where'd he come from? Reddick gets past Elliott for second, but Elliott is not having any of it as he tries to get to his rear bumper. Even Hamlin gets past him. Meanwhile, Cindric, Heim, Herbst, and Gilliland all battle for 14th. Reddick is right on Larson's tail as his lead gap has shrunken down to half a second. He does try to gain some of it back, but if you know Tyler Reddick, he is the dominant force right now. Ty Gibbs comes down to pit road, and next to join in are Briscoe and Bell. Larson, Reddick, and Hamlin are next to come down to pit road, and Priest and Keselowski would also join in alongside them. Hocevar is now in the lead until, yep, you guessed it, he too pits in. Blaney is also seen coming down to pit road. So far, not much is going on. Just Kyle Larson leading. Cindric and Hocevar battle for 12th. And Kyle Larson wins the second stage of the 2026 Advent Health 400. I really hope someone gets past him. But anyways, our next race off pit road begins, and Hamlin wins the race off the pit road. Chase Elliott also got blocked on pit road. Again, another pit road incident. You could make this into a drinking game. Count out how many pit road incidents there are, and whenever something bad happens on pit road, take a shot. The third and final stage begins with Denny Hamlin jumping to the lead and battling his teammate, Christopher Bell. Holy crapper! Bell just took the lead. Hold up, Reddick's in second. So far, not much is going on as Bell continues to lead. Briscoe and Hamlin come down to pit road. Gibbs is next to come down to pit road. Larson also comes down to pit road. Chris Buescher also makes his pit stop. Reddick comes down to pit road as does Bell. Suarez goes off pace and he had to come down to pit road, which means Hamlin is back in the lead. Yes! Bell gets into the wall, but no caution is thrown. Even though Kyle Busch is 5 laps down, he still tries to hold off Hamlin. Yeah, should have never angered him, man. He isn't successful at doing it again. Reddick is coming closer and closer to Hamlin, aka his boss. Yeah, he's willing to fight for the championship with his own boss. Well, one of his two bosses alongside Michael Jordan. Every man for himself, am I right? Reddick and Hamlin engage in intense battle for the lead. You see, this is what the next-gen car is made to do. It's made to excel on intermediates. High speed, high bank tracks, and it's made to have a lot of exciting races on intermediates. Probably the best suited track for the next gen if you ask me. Holy crapper! Reddick just got the lead, but Hamlin's not going to give up. Austin Dillon performs a Mazepin on Reddick, but it's not enough to hold him up completely. He also gets ahead of Bowman and the other Dillon brother, which is Ty Dillon, of course. He's with Colleague, though. Colleague's an affiliate with Richard Childress Racing, yeah. Still, nepotism. Reddick gets into the wall, and Hamlin takes the lead. And the caution just came out. Cody Ware loses control when things are heating up. Come on, man. You just robbed Denny Hamlin of a potential victory, man. But good news is, and you're gonna see it, the race gets into the Green-White-Checkered phase. Reddick also ran out of fuel. Well, he would have run out of fuel. But good thing is pit road is now open. But anyways, pit road is now open and Hamlin and Reddick make their pit stops. Larson also decides to pit in alongside them. Once again, Denny Hamlin wins the race off of pit road. The race restarts with an insane battle for the lead. Larson takes the lead until he battles the lead with Tyler Reddick. And after Tyler Reddick gets past Kyle Larson in absolute epic fashion, Reddick takes the win. Yeah! Yeah, no. Denny Hamlin got robbed of another victory. But Tyler Reddick still won, and that's what matters. You see, Denny Hamlin did get robbed of the victory, and it was bad, but Tyler Reddick won again. And for that reason alone, it gets a 9 out of 10. That race was absolutely amazing and crazy, especially with the whole Green-White-Checkered finish. Seriously, NASCAR, you gotta stop calling it overtime. There's no counter in NASCAR. There's no timing in NASCAR. It's a green-white-checker face. You should call it green-white-checkered. So yeah, Tyler Reddick wins again, and he might aim for a 6th win if he wins at Dega. So yeah, I have got myself a can of Rockstar Energy Zero. Yes, I know it doesn't have Rockstar as its main sponsor, but Tyler Reddick just got the Rockstar sponsor, and to celebrate, here is my review of Rockstar Energy Zero Sugar. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, it's time for another energy drink review. Rockstar Energy Zero. And unlike Monster Energy Zero, Rockstar Energy Zero is not driver dependent. Yeah, I got Monster Energy Zero to celebrate Ty Gibbs' win, and if you haven't known already, Monster Energy Zero is associated with Riley Herbst, whereas Ty Gibbs is associated with regular Monster. But here, you can get any kind of Rockstar you want. You don't have to go for regular, like the whole Monster situation. You just get Zero Sugar Rockstar. Works for me. Yeah, because Tyler Reddick just has Rockstar as a sponsor. Yeah, I know. He doesn't have Rockstar as a sponsor at Kansas, but he won! He actually won, and that news of him having Rockstar as his main sponsor for Talladega was announced at the same weekend that he won this race at Kansas. Absolutely insane. Well, let's try it out. Enough talk. Let's crack open a Rockstar. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it has the same bubblegum flavor that Monster's usually known for. And I think I might prefer it over Monster, to be honest. Yeah, like, they both taste the same, but I think I might prefer Rockstar because Tyler Reddick, of course. Yeah, Rockstar might be better than Monster. Because, well, Tyler Reddick is one of my drivers and Ty Gibbs is not. Yeah, like, but to be fair, I would have preferred Rockstar anyways. It might be a better brand. I'd definitely give it a 9 out of 10. It could be up there with Red Bull. Let's crack open a Rockstar, man. And celebrate the win of Tyler Reddick. And his first time being with Rockstar. So yeah, that does it. And you know the drill by now. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, then you know what to do. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, just in case I haven't already done so. Catch you guys next time, and peace out.